take a look at your weather from Norfolk, Virginia this week as we begin week 2 of Where in the World is Jeff Weller? Jeff, how are temperatures looking over there?
Hey, Rose, looking good here today. I'm sitting next to the USS Wisconsin Battleship here in Norfolk, Virginia, where temperatures got up to about 80 today. What are some things that stand out to you?
Well, apart from its size, it's just a massive ship, and today it's empty. It's 45,000 tons. However, fully loaded, combat ready in World War II, about 58,000 tons. We use 2.3 million gallons of fuel every 15 to 17 days, depending on the speed that you're going. That's a lot of fuel.
That's a lot of fuel. And you told me earlier that actually has the bow of this ship is a different ship altogether, correct?
That's right. It's our name is the phonetic word W, whiskey. However, the traditional spelling has been changed to incorporate the bow of the Kentucky. So it's now WIS capital KY. That is, we had a small collision in May of 1956 when a destroyer pulled in front of us in a fog. We tried to avoid, but didn't happen. Big gash. They had to get this ship back online. So they took the bow of the Kentucky, who had been sitting ever since the war's end in World War II, from Newport News Shipyard.
You're watching Up North at 4. Jeff is somewhere out in the world, and we get to guess where in the world he is. Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Hey, Adriana. I am on the move again, as you can tell. You ready for your clues?
Yes, please.
All right, so let's try to find out where in the world I am.
Okay.
I am somewhere on something that was launched built back in Philadelphia and launched back on December 7th of 1943. Any guesses so far?
Launched. So something that can be launched. It's like a rocket or like a ship or a plane.
Okay, well, they haven't sent me into space yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so my nickname is Whiskey. At one time, I carried close to 3,000 sailors. That should help you.
A ship? Okay, you're somewhere on a harbor or...
Okay.
Okay.
And I might be on the east coast of the U.S. somewhere.
Okay.
Want to take a guess? Take a guess.
I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. This is difficult for me. Okay, something with the ship,
All right,
maybe
so
something
I
with the
am
Navy.
on the deck of the USS Wisconsin Battleship in Norfolk, Virginia.
No way.
This is a very large ship. Yeah, look how beautiful this place is, right?
Oh, that looks gorgeous.
So this is on the flight deck right here of the Battleship, decommissioned, of course, many, many, many years ago. There is a cruise ship right next to me that's about to take off as well. And I want to welcome in here Stephen Kirkland, the Executive Director of Nauticus. Hi, Stephen. How are you?
Hi,
so,
folks.
you know, there is a lot of history on this deck, right?
Absolutely.
So where are we here? What are we doing?
So this is the Battleship Wisconsin. As you said, it was launched in December 1943. It was actually commissioned in April of 1944. So this year we're actually celebrating the 75th anniversary of this beautiful ship named for a beautiful state.
Yeah, so at one time, this ship had 3,000 sailors living on this ship.
Absolutely.
It's been through 3 wars, the Korean War, World War II, and the Persian Gulf War, I believe, right?
That's right, yeah.
It's hard to describe the history as you look around this place of what this has gone through.
It's extraordinary. You know, literally thousands and thousands of men lived and worked on board this ship. And it's just a great, iconic vessel for us. But it truly was named for a wonderful state. We're proud to have it here in Virginia. Obviously, we're in Norfolk, home to the world's largest Navy base, and it's just a great vessel.
Yes. So you're the executive director. You see a lot of tourists come through here. What do you see when people say and they leave here, they're like, wow, this place is amazing, right?
Yeah, well, they're just, kind of bowled over by the breadth and the depth of the ship. It's so big. It's 900 feet long. And when you go down below decks, you can see where these guys slept and they worked and they played. And it really, so for us, it's a privilege. But invariably, it's, wow, this thing is so big. And these guns behind us are the largest guns ever built by the United States Navy.
Yeah, I was reading earlier while taking the tour of the ship that the projectiles that these 16-inch guns shoot weigh as much of a Volkswagen?
Absolutely. We could hit Virginia Beach from right here.
You could hit Virginia Beach.
Let's do it.
Wait, is there a go button over there somewhere, or is it turned on?
Come on.
All right, I don't want to touch the wrong button, but I got a grand tour earlier today, and I'm telling you, there's a complete weather center up in the turret up there I got the tour earlier, and just the the history of that area and the materials and instruments they use to predict weather, I couldn't believe it, because what I use nowadays is nothing like what they used back then.
It's just extraordinary, and so that's amazing. But think about the engines on board this vessel. They were placed in this ship in 1942. The same engines that got this vessel over to the Persian Gulf in 1991 and brought it here to Norfolk.
Which 1991 does not seem that long ago. It really doesn't.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
And now we're here on this ship. So thank you for your time today. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Welcome to
Beautiful
town.
place you have here. Thanks for inviting me in. And thanks. We'll talk later.
Thanks, everybody.
Let's talk about some weather around Wisconsin for right now. Welcome back, my friends. I'm here with Clayton Allen, who is the Battleship Operations Manager here on the USS Wisconsin ship. And thank you for being here. Pleasure to meet you today.
My pleasure. Welcome aboard.
And what a ship this is. I think you were telling me earlier you could actually water ski behind a ship like this.
This ship goes 33 knots, equivalent to 37 miles an hour, and you could ski behind it, but don't fall down, because they're probably not coming back to get you.
37 miles per hour, battleship.
Jeff caught a Delta flight down to Norfolk, Virginia this weekend as our Where in the World is Jeff series continues. Jeff, we heard at 5 that you were on a ship that can pull a water skier, so big question is, did you jump in between shows?
I don't know. The water is pretty cold around here. Yes, I'm here in Norfolk, Virginia on the deck of the USS Wisconsin. It's celebrating a birthday this month, 75 years old. A lot going on there, but more on that during main weather. But first, our weather across Wisconsin. Welcome back, my friends. I am here with Clayton Allen, who is the Battleship Operations Manager on board the Battleship Wisconsin. Hello, Clayton.
Hi, thank you.
So, the stories that this deck could tell, right?
I'm telling you, it is a long history story. It's wonderful. It's their stories, but it's our history.
Right. So this ship is celebrating 75 years. Is that the laying of the keel, or how does that go from?
So we watch our birthday from its first commissioning, April 16th, 1944.
Okay. And this ship has been here in Norfolk for how many years now?
It's been here since 2000.
Okay. And it's a museum.
It is.
And you send thousands of people through here every year.
Well, about 330,000 a year now.
Wow, it's amazing.
It's
and there's so much to see, right?
There is.
What are some of your favorite parts of this ship?
Well, what's exciting to me is we're going to open up the third deck to general admission, so you'll be able to go and walk the length of Broadway, where 450 engineers kept this ship moving, all the way forward to the 20-bed hospital, 2 surgical wards, and all the way back to the brig and the laundry and the barber shop. That's exciting. Just opening up new spaces every year and letting people inside to hear and feel, to touch this ship and be inside, be a part of it.
Yeah, I got to tell you earlier, Clayton took me for a private tour, and we were up there in the weather, the meteorology room. We were up there in the captain's quarters.
Yes, we were on the 05 level. We were 5 levels up on the navigational bridge. We went to the Combat Engagement Center, where we play a scenario of things that actually occurred in the Gulf War, and we could feel how this fight is brought to the enemy, how they fight this ship.
All right, and just thinking about that, this ship itself was in 3 wars.
Correct.
The Korean War, World War II, and the Persian Gulf War.
Yeah,
it actually launched, 24 Tomahawk missiles in the Persian Gulf War?
Yep. You know your history.
Yeah,
this is great.
amazing.
You're
I'm just so blown away by this space, right? All right, let's talk some weather back in Wisconsin.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Clayton.
you so much.
Yeah.